Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. So today I just wanted to discuss about the foods and the drinks that we will be eating during the times of Dajjal. So there's hadith about this thing, which is that during the times of Dajjal, the foods and the drinks that we eat will be the tasbih and also tahmid and also takbir, if I'm not mistaken. So it means that we basically have to meditate in order for us to eat, to have energy source, and then foods and to drink. So this is just to share with you guys some of the research that I've done about this thing. So what is going on is that once you actually repeat some words, like let's say you say the word La ilaha illallah, it actually influences the heartbeat rate, and also it influences the basically your breathing. So this is actually what happened when you say the word La ilaha illallah many times, and then when you say the word Alhamdulillah many times, the same thing goes on, and then the same goes to when you say the word Allahu Akbar. So any words that is a derivation of Allah, anything that has Allah in it, so it start to have actually influence on how you breathe, your breathing rate, and also it actually influences the heart rhythm. So something about the heart is that the heart is actually the center of the magnetic field torus of the body. So once you actually affect the rhythm of the heart rate, the contractions of the heart. So what happens is that it actually creates an imbalance of the field bubble of the magnetic torus of the heart. So this imbalance of the magnetic torus of the heart actually creates a net force of extra energy source. So this is something that happened. So this is why if you actually do some zikr, if you actually say some word like Allah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, it could actually may give you some extra amount of energy for you to actually continue on dipping even if you don't have any food or you don't have any water, because this is how it works. So just in case if you guys were asking what is the science behind this thing, so the science behind it is basically about the ether and also the torus and magnetic field torus. So the magnetic field torus of every torus in the world exists actually works based on a bit of the spatial compression on towards the south pole of the magnets, and also spatial expansion on the north pole of the magnet. So this is something that happened. So the spatial compression on the magnet actually creates a net force of power, which means that you gain extra energy, you gain extra electrical charge onto that force. So you can actually do the same thing onto the human body. So the human body's torus is actually located at the heart. So the heart is actually the main torus. This is why we have machines like ECG and everything, because it can actually influence, because we can actually measure the heart's electrical charge due to this torus. So this is basically just to share with you guys. So what happened was that once you actually say some words, it actually affects the rhythm of the heartbeat, the contractions and expansion of the heart. It actually causes an extra spatial compression onto the heart, and then which causes the net force of the extra electric power. So this actually gives you some energy, bypassing any needs for food and also water supply. So this is just to share with you guys. I guess that this information is very nice information. I've been sharing this information, but I think that it needs to. I just wanted to share this thing again. So this is a message for you guys who are not Muslim. So you guys may want to actually look into Islam as a way of life, because we're basically being tested out here in this life. We're being tested out that if we fail this test, we will be put in hell for eternity. We don't want this thing to happen to us. So you guys can see there's a lot of proof that a life after death, the proof about the soul. So the souls actually exist. So if you actually bring an animal onto the graveyard, you can see that the animal is actually stressed out because that they can actually hear the screams of those in the barzakh realm. So those in the barzakh realm is actually being tortured. Some of them, most of them are being tortured. It's only some of them are not being tortured. So just in case if you guys are not Muslim, so you may want to actually study Islam and look into Islam as a way of your life, because this might save you from the predestined hellfire. So we don't want ourselves to become predestined to go to hellfire. So I'm basically sharing this information over here, and then I hope that a lot of the scientific information over here would help open our eyes about the truth of Islam and the science of in Islam, and also may give you some extra knowledge about some hadith or Islam or stuff like this. And just so you guys know, just in case if you guys were asking, so what is my background in education and stuff like that? So my background education is in nuclear science. I basically studied nuclear science, and then I graduated. And my research I did in the past, I did quite a lot of research, and one of the research that I still continue on doing is mainly focused on the ether. So the ether is about the research that is the medium that governs everything. So this is the research that I do. So just in case if you guys were asking, like, how do I know a lot of stuff about the torus, magnetic torus and stuff like that? So because it's a field of my research, and you can say that in some other forms, I'm actually a scientist. I'm basically one of the scientists that does this research myself, and then I'm just out here just to share with you guys, so that you guys could know the importance of Islam as one of the the religion that actually it actually explains quite a lot of sciences in this in this religion. There's a lot of science that is actually explained in Islam. So you may want to actually look into Islam and study Islam, and then probably make Islam as a part of your way of life, so that, and may Allah descend that we our predestination